Before we go any further, can we get a shout out to the Redford Union drum line for those amazing cadences? And can we also have a big thank you to some of the members of the Redford Civic Symphony Orchestra for the lovely chamber music this morning. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge all of the sponsors for today's event. First and foremost, we'd like to thank Frank Rewald & Sons, HED, and Plant Moran Real Point, who enthusiastically agreed to be our joint presenting sponsors for this year's address. And they are the team that worked hand in hand with Redford Township to bring this beautiful facility to fruition. Thank you very much. We'd also like to thank our MVP sponsors, Matic Automotive, MDIS, Scotty's Potties, and Tom Promo Marketing. And we had 6 captain sponsors with Cummings, McCrory, Davis, and Nacho, LPS Construction, Minkwin Vans, Pat Milliken Ford, Right Way Carpet and Janitorial. Cheerleader sponsors included Cardinal Barbershop, the MCH Family of Services, Micknos Cafe, Quick Stop Oil Change, and Senator Mary Kavanaugh. And finally, our table sponsors, Gianmarco, Glenhurst, Kingdom Presents, McCrory Center, Plant Moran, Redford Cement, the Redford Democratic Club, Redford Union Schools, South Redford School District, and Wade Trim. Thank you all very, very much. All of the proceeds from today's event will be distributed evenly between the Redford Goodfellows, the Redford Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Fund, and the Redford Commission on Youth and Families. And due to all of the sponsors' generosity, we are on target to distribute more than $6,000 between the 3 organizations, which is tremendous. And now, if you would please welcome Pastor Mike Gore from Mercy Road Church for today's invocation.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for planting us here in Redford Township. We love this place that you've given us to call home. And Lord, while our world is in a ton of turmoil, help us to be a people of peace together. Help us to slow down in our lives to truly see one another and to consider the needs of those around us. God, we ask you that you would show us the joy that is found in serving, that it is more blessed to give than to receive. And we thank you for those public servants who seek to be a blessing and to lift up those around us. We thank you for the nonprofits in our community that seek to make life better for those around us. We pray that you might bless them, that they might be a blessing. Now, God, we lift up our local leaders. We ask that you give them wisdom and strength, that our community might continue to flourish. And we ask, Lord, for the spirit of love that we see already here in Redford, for that to just continue to flow throughout our country. We ask for your help with this. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Mike. And now, if you would please stand or rise as you are able for the presentation of the colors by the Redford Township Police Honor Guard, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the commander of VFW Post 345, Tom Bach, and please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, accompanied by the Redford Civic Symphony.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are fortunate this morning to have a variety of VIPs and dignitaries with us this morning. If you would please stand to be recognized, Redford Township Parks Commissioner Debbie Ligleitner. Chief Judge for the 17th District Court, members of the Redford Township Board, Trustee Linda Jackson, Trustee Gabe Reese, Clerk Carla Sanders, Treasurer Lily Kavanaugh. Visiting us, the Mayor of the City of Northville, Brian Turnbull. Representing Prosecutor Kim Worthy's office, Tony Guerrero. Our Wayne County Sheriff, Ray Washington. Representing State Senator Mary Kavanaugh's office, Shantae Mosby. Representing the Governor's office, Victoria Houston. Representing Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib's office, Alana Burke. Representing U.S. Senator Gary Peters' office, Terry Campbell. And what would this event be without our hosts, former Deputy Clerk and First Lady of Redford Township, Betsy McCrae, and our coach as we lead the teamwork here in Redford Township, Township Supervisor Pat McCrae. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adam Bonarek, and I currently serve as the Director of Operations for our township. And on a personal note, as a former Parks Commissioner, I just have to say how great it is to see this facility opening today.
Just from what you've seen already, this is a marvelous, marvelous building. And when you take the tour, every time you turn the corner, you'll be amazed at the things that this group was able to do for the citizens of Redford Township. This is also historic, not because it's old or in a unique location, because it's the only building that's been built in Redford Township that has had no tax increase and no bond.
This is one of those things you enjoy coming to. There's a whole lot of stuff that we do as elected officials on a regular basis that doesn't pull at our hearts like something that is really good for a township. And for Redford, this is big. One of the things I told him a long time ago is this whole idea of kind of us freelancing and everyone freelancing on their own doesn't get stuff done. We're supposed to be team players. And what we need to do is assist what townships are trying to get done. It's also nice when it correlates with stuff that the county wants to get done too, which is, I mean, I'm big on parks. I'm big on, and the older I get, the bigger I get on parks, because I thought they were just for fun to run around. I didn't realize how much they help both your physical and your mental health. And this facility will do all of that.
This center will help seniors stay active, healthy, and connected. It will give families and kids a safe, welcoming space to gather and build lifelong healthy habits. It will create opportunity for community connection, improve quality of life, and represent residents living longer, healthier lives. And I don't yet have a family, but I'm very excited for this to be a pathway to a future family that I may have.
This is a wellness center, and I just want you to know you all deserve this.
I would like to welcome the Director of Leisure Services, the woman running this building. Hopefully she is in the room at the moment, not dealing with a different issue, right? Please welcome the Director of Leisure Services, Teresa Stokes.
We are proud to welcome you today to the new Recreation and Wellness Center. Events like today are special because they bring everyone together to connect, to celebrate our accomplishments as a community, and look forward to our future. This is exactly what this beautiful facility was built for, to bring us together as a community every day. I would just like to take a moment to introduce our full-time leisure services staff who have been working tirelessly over the past several years and even more since we opened in January to help make this dream a reality. If you guys can please stand. So in the back of the room there, Haley Harding and Ty Bugby are our recreation coordinators. Sam Fox, our program manager. I don't see Kristen yet. I think she comes in at 12 today, but Kristen Bledsoe is our administrative assistant. And George Carderas is our facilities manager. They have put together a wide range of programming throughout the year for our entire family, from sports and fitness classes to dance, lunch and learns, day trips, and member-only events. So there is a QR code on your table, and that takes you right to all of our registration and membership information, including our newest program, which is at the Grand Hotel. We have 3 rooms left, so if you want it, see Ty later. And following the program, if you have any questions about any of our programs, our staff will be here to answer them. And we'd also love to take you on a facilities tour. So please see our front desk staff afterwards. But once again, we are so happy to be able to host the State of the Township and look forward to seeing you back at our future programs.
Thank you, Director Stokes. And with that, it's time to introduce lunch. It is always a pleasure to introduce my boss, Supervisor Pat McCray. You know, over the last 6 years with him serving as the supervisor, we obviously have gotten to know each other pretty well. And one of the things that I think makes working with Supervisor McCray so great is he really understands the concept of team. And this year, as you'll see in his speech, teamwork really is the theme. And I think that this past year in particular really tested the team, and we saw the team come together and become even stronger as we went through the process of building this building. And if you've never been through a process like that, it is really something. And there are moments where you wonder if it's ever going to be done. And there are moments where you kind of wonder how many details can one person keep in their head at one time. I'm looking at that table over there. And but it really is a tremendous facility, and I think that more than anything else, I think that teamwork has really come to define Supervisor McCray and his administration. So with that, please welcome our head coach, Supervisor Pat McCray, for this year's State of the Township address.
I thank you all for being here. This is a magnificent facility. We have so many people here. Everybody wants to remark about how we have nice carpeting here in the gym. This was put down last night. And by tonight, it will all be gone like it never happened. This was an investment. I think it's a great investment. It gives us opportunity to use this room for a lot of different resources. Little advertisement. Some people have trouble clapping. Some people don't know when to clap. Well, you have these world famous rally towels. So feel free to clap when appropriate or just give it a whirl because we want to know you're here, all right? So please enjoy them, take them, put them in your office, use them to wash the car, whatever you want. So let me begin by thanking everybody showing up. We want to thank Director Teresa Stokes and her staff for hosting this event. It was a lot of work and they did a great job. Chef Tony and his students from Hospitality and Tourism program for preparing the delicious lunch. Let's give it that. Because I don't think anybody should go away here hungry because there's lots of food and it's a great program for our kids that are not going to college. It teaches them not only how to cook, but how to manage a business. So it's a great program. I'd like to thank Ada Monorak, Jennifer Miracle Best, Dawn Nossinger, and Redford Chamber for help planning and preparing this event. I'd like to thank Brian Golden for his media and technical support. He's over here. I'd like to say thank you to Police Honor Guard. They're left. Okay. They're good job, though. All right. The Redford Symphony, they're packing up. It was so nice to have them here and have a little chamber music. And so here's the shameless advertisement. This is a small portion of the symphony. And if you have events and things that are going on, please contact them, and they will bring as many people as you need for whatever event you have. A lot of people don't even know we have a symphony here in Redford, so please keep that in mind when you're doing things. So thank you. I'm sure everybody knew when it was time to sit down and be quiet because the Redford Union High School drum line was up on top, and we figured it was something different. It worked. We didn't have to tell anybody to sit down, and they did a great job. So we're real happy about that as well. Pastor Gore, as always, my good luck charm at these events. Thank you for doing the prayer. And Tom Bach, he had to leave because he has other things he has to take care of in his position, and he led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So at this time, I would like to ask if we have any veterans that are in the room, please stand. Any veterans. Don't be shy. There we go, there's one. So I want to welcome them to any of these events that we have. They do things for us, for our country, to make us able to be here and be free. We are going to have, later this year, will be a rededication over in Town Hall. We have a hallway, we're calling it Veterans Hall. You will all be invited, and we're going to rededicate. There's plaques there, and we're going to make sure everybody knows we still have veterans here in Redford Township. So I also want to recognize my son showed up from Florida, and my daughter-in-law showed up by surprise at 6:30 last night. So if you hadn't been at Sandy's, you would have been entertained to an event of sobbing. So, but and we're so glad that they made the effort to come up. I'm very proud of both of them. And last but not least, I have to acknowledge the First Lady of Redford Township, my wife, Betsy McCrae. So it's good to see all here at the State of Township. As supervisor, I'm happy to have a budget that's in the black, a board that works hard every day for every resident in Redford Township, and they do. And I know you've heard their names before, but they can just stay where they're at. I would like to have them stand when I call their name. Clerk Carla Sanders, Treasurer Lily Kavanaugh, Trustee Ed King, Trustee Kim Taylor, Trustee Linda Jackson, and Trustee Gabriel Reese. So please, this is the people who make the township go. It's not one, it's all of us. Thank you for all that you do. So this year, the theme is Teamwork Makes the Dream Work. I would like to see, again, this gives exercise as well, but I'd like to see everybody in this room that was associated with making this project right here start. From helping to set up, to design, to building, and to make this happen. So if you were involved in this project at all, please stand up, because I want everybody to see how many people it takes to make this happen. Nobody? Come on, stand up. Thank you. So as you can see, that they're in different spots and we have different things going on, but it takes a teamwork to make a dream work. And this is a dream come true, not only for the people that help put this together, but as we go along, the residents here in Redford Township cannot believe what we did with this space to make it available for them to use. This afternoon, I'd like to share with you how Redford Township makes this all happen. First, a couple of things. Population Redford's around 49,000 people. We're on 11.25 square miles. We have 12 township parks, 2 Wayne County parks. We have Glenhurst, which is the busiest 18-hole public golf course in our state. Yes. We have more than 50 community organizations in Redford, and I'll be speaking about some of them later. We always want to make sure our property values are going up somewhere, somehow. So in this year, residential are 5.2%, commercial 7.8%. I got to do this, I guess. Okay, and industrial is up 0.34. So we're still on the plus side, and that's always a good thing. Redford has incredibly invested and passionate workforce who work tirelessly for our township. They exemplify what teamwork is. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce our department heads and chiefs. Adam Bonnerak, Central Operations. Jennifer Mansfield, Police Department. Chief Mason's not here, so we're going Mike Dennis, DPS Director. Michelle Mancini, Community and Economic Development. Okay. Teresa Stokes, Leisure Services. These people that are standing here now, they are workaholics in the best meaning of the word. My goal a lot of times is to tell them to go home. They are dedicated to this community and to everybody here, businesses and residents. They have Redford Township in their heart, and I appreciate them. And I will say that Teresa Stokes, Director of Leisure Services, she is the person that has carried this project all the way through. And sometimes it's difficult, most times, but sometimes. But I think that when they see the people here today and they see people coming through the door, it's all the hard work that they've done. So I want to thank all of you. Teresa, thank you from my heart. Given the passion and pride of our township department heads, chiefs, and their staff, and their accomplishments each year, I've tried to capture some information of their departments to share with you here, just a few highlights of how teamwork makes the dream work. Central Operations falls under Adam Bonderak, Director. We had Standards & Poor's reaffirmed our A+ rating. Plant Moran issued an unmodified audit opinion of our 2025 financial statements. All right. He's cheering his team on. Okay. Our financial statements, and they're the highest opinion level they can provide. So congratulations on that to Adam and his group. The township has also successfully completed the expending and the reporting of all grant funds awarded to the township in relations to the 2021 American Rescue Act. So that means we left no dollars on the tables to take back. We spent them all, and we spent them all here in Redford Township. The Township Board approved the 2027 General Appropriations Act with the lowest projected millage rate level in over a decade. So that is great news for us. And in the midst of all this, we were able to add an IT specialist to our team, and he's a fantastic addition. Human Resources last year completed moving job application process fully online, and this year they're looking to digitize all paper records to move into the new century. So congratulations on that as well. So talking about money, Treasurer Kavanaugh, the 2025 investment interest collected was $3,526,325. That's money in our pocket. Thank you, Treasurer, for the investment. Not only that, but she's streamlining. She's outsourced the printing of different documents in the Treasurer's office, allowing the staff to handle more residential calls, which is who we want to talk to. We want to get there. We don't have to wait. So that's a good thing, too. We have changed the dog license fee program, but in 6 months, they've collected over $22,938 in dog licensing fees, which is astounding. Thank you. Next, we're going to talk about the clerk's office. Clerk Sanders is doing a phenomenal job there. The clerk's office, she has decided it was a good idea to make the office available to residents that don't happen to get home until after 4:30. So once a week, on Tuesdays, that office is open to 6 o'clock. accommodate our residents so the clerk's office and do what they need to do. So thank you, Clerk Sanders. But that's not where it stops. Clerk Sanders has reinstated Shredded Day. It gives residents a safe and reliable way to dispose of sensitive paperwork. The clerk also the clerk's office established a dedicated clerk's face page and updated her web page so it's easier to get to the clerk's office to get information. She's also, as some of you have already noticed, partnered with the Secretary of State to bring their mobile SOS unit to locations throughout the township so you can make appointments and go to the mobile station and not have to go to the regular Secretary of State. So our township residents are already loving it, and this will continue as long as she wants it to, and we're glad she's doing it. So finally, with the clerk's office, because Clerk Sanders doesn't believe in wasting time, to be proactive. Clerk Sanders plans to organize the American Red Cross Blood Drive in Redford and host a town hall meeting focused on elections and integrity. So thank you, Clerk Sanders. Thank you very much. Public safety is important to our community. Our fire and police departments are the best. I would like to introduce the firefighter of the year, and that's Matthew Sawicki. And unfortunately, Matthew could not be with us because he's working today, taking care of all of us as we sit here and enjoy this fun day. Chief Mays, who also is not here because he's going to a training class to become better at his job. And if he's better, that makes everybody else better. So that's really important. What the chief has sent is that the fire prevention and community risk reduction through smoke detector installation program and a car seat installation inspection partnership with Magic Chevrolet. They did this. They started this year, and they're still doing it. They're putting fire alarms in our homes at no cost. The other thing is they are increasing firefighter safety and overall successful outcomes due to adoption of the latest advancement in technologies and practices. Greater focus on officer development through leadership and training programs. So that's what the fire department is doing to make them better, to serve us better. Now moving on to the police department, our chief, Jennifer Mansfield. I was fortunate enough a few weeks ago to swear in my first dog ever. And that was an experience because the dog was okay for most of the time, and when they got sworn in, they were excited and they jumped around everywhere. So the dog's name is Rex. The officer handler is Officer Sharp, and they will be out in our community, different places, to meet all the fine residents here in Redford Township. So we do have another dog here, and we're so happy to have a canine unit in Redford Township. Also, we're doing partnership with other agencies. We're involved in detective on the Southeast Michigan Auto Crimes Commission. This partnership brings valuable resources and intelligence back to the township. Something that our residents should be very pleased about is staffing. Our program for cadets, we've successfully graduated 9 cadets, with 2 currently in the academy. For our dispatchers, brought our dispatchers up from 4 to 8. 1 is still in training. When that person's out, the Redford Township Police Department dispatching will be fully staffed, which is a big deal. We've increased an already robust training program, including additional 2 weeks pre-training plan for our new hires. We do monthly legal updates and extensive scenario-based training as well to make them ready to be on the street. And here's another great thing that we haven't had for a while. Currently, we're at minimum staffing at all shifts. That's not including the officers that are currently in training program or the academy. And moving forward, the chief's goal, and I believe we're going to get there, is she's going to be full staffed at the police department by 2027. And we haven't had full staffing for years. So thank you, Chief. Next, we'll talk about the DPS, and that's Mike Dennis, Director. Mike, his department does a lot of the work that's not pretty or fluffy, and until we have a problem, and we won't say the bad word, but lately we've had a lot of situations with water on the roads that we all know about. And his department takes care of that. It's not pretty work, and nobody says thank you much, but it's a big, important job. So, in the water and sewer department, they've major progress this year. They've completed the first year of construction of our central CSO basin project, installing nearly 8,000 feet of new sewer pipe across multiple neighborhoods. The new CSO facility at the former Roosevelt School site is now under construction, is on track to be operational in 2028, which is great for all of us. I want to thank our engineering and construction partners, Wade Trim, Commercial Contracting Corporation, and Toby Construction for helping us move this work forward efficiently. We're also investing heavily in our water system. Plans for phase 14 of our water main replacement program is complete, and the construction will begin this spring in the southeast corner of the township, funded through state drinking water revolving funds. So the planning is ready. We'll be going to work on it this year. Lead service lines projects. In 2025, we replaced 95 lead service lines and inspected over 800 homes, all supported by state funding. Our ongoing collaboration with Wayne County continues to benefit residents. Over the past 5 years, our forestry team has removed more than 300 dead trees on public areas. And just last year, they started a storm sewer cleaning and continues this year to improve drainage throughout the township. If you see those big trucks, and they're by the ditches, they're blowing out and cleaning out those so the water doesn't stay up, it goes down and gets gone. And we haven't had that program for many, many years, so we are grateful to the county for taking care of that as well. Now we're going to talk about roads. On the roads side, the first phase of the repaving of Inkster Road was completed last summer. The next section begins later this year. Schoolcraft Road Service Drive will also be resurfaced by Wayne County in 2026. And thanks to the return of the Township Road Initiative, which will begin paving 3 miles of neighborhood streets that are in vast need of it to this year. Also, last night, about 6:30 or so, I got some information from Wayne County, and this affects all of us. Wayne County just confirmed the county maintenance division is planning to complete an asphalt overlay project on 5 Mile Road between Beach Daly and Telegraph Road. The project is to start when? This summer. This summer they're going to start on a project. And there's more. Not only are they doing this, that we know that there is some reconstruction work that needs to be done at 5 Mile. So they're going to fix it now, and they're going to come back and they're going to tear it out, and we're doing the construction work, and we're working on the future date of that. But while we're waiting, we're going to have a smooth road to get by until we can get to the major construction. So thank you, Wayne County. Okay. Finally, Redford Township has secured significant grant funding in 2025. $2 million in federal support for lead line replacement. Thank you to Congresswoman Tlaib. An investigation and $750,000 from the state to support CSO Basin, and that's thank you to State Senator Mary Cavanaugh. So our electeds in Lansing are working with us to bring dollars into our community to get the things done that we need to get done. So now we're going to move on to community and economic development, and that's Michelle Mancini. Community development, they've completed renovating on 2 SNAP homes and are going to welcome 2 new homeowners to Redford Township. The renovations remove 2 severely blighted and vacant properties from our neighborhoods, replace them with beautiful, healthy, and safe homes. That's a big deal here in our township. If we keep our township clean and the homes looking nice, people want to be here. And people are doing that in the neighborhoods, and Michelle's group is doing that to maintain those that aren't being taken care of. It's a beautiful thing. Economic development, we're working on a 5-year consolidation plan for HUD. The plan sets up our goals and objectives for the township using federal CDBG funds to provide resources and benefits to our community. Last but not least, and we're going to say a few things about the Downtown Development Authority, DDA. Last year, Michelle started a banner program to recognize members of our community. This will be an ongoing program. They will be recognized annually through a program. Graduating seniors will be in June. Veterans will be in November. Fallen heroes will be in May. The graduates and veterans can be purchased or sponsored, and the Fallen Heroes banners will be purchased by the DDA. This program will be available to Gold Star families in Redford as well. So we go other places, we see the banners. The banners were outstanding. What better way to honor our students, our veterans, and to show a little bit of festivities for the holiday. So Michelle, thank you for launching that program. Thank you for continuing the program. So let's give Michelle a big hand. Okay, then Michelle's also responsible for Minnock Meadows. We're working on some upgrades at Minnock Meadows to improve enjoyment for residents. The upgrades include painting, carpet, some furniture, to provide a more welcoming feel to the complex. When we have our center, we want to make sure that it doesn't seem like it's a tired center that people have to go to. We want to make it a place that they want to go to because it's a nice place to be. So thank you, Michelle, again for that as well. All right. At this time, I'd like to have anybody from the Parks Commission stand that they're here. I just want to say that the Parks Commission does a great job in our parks to keeping them maintained, to making sure we have the right equipment in there, to working together to have our parks be phenomenal. So thank you to the Parks Commission. Moving on to Leisure Services. This is Teresa Stokes, Director. As you know, as you're sitting here, we successfully opened the Rec and Wellness Center in January 2026. Some of the amenities are a full-size gymnasium, which is where we're at, elevated walking track, this is above you. We have a whirlpool spa, a steam sauna, a dry sauna, with individual changing room and showers. We also have an indoor playscape area for our children. We have a fitness area with both cardio and weight equipment. We have a golf and multi-sport game simulator. We have outdoor, and we'll be getting out there soon, a few weeks, I hope, an outdoor amphitheater for concerts and activities. We have a splash pad that's under construction. They started working on it. That should be ready to go this spring for our kids, and much more. We also understand it's not just about the new things, it's about the things we have. We did some park improvements last year. We finished the new multi-court pickleball facility at Handy Park with 6 pickleball courts and 1 tennis court. We removed all the old and outdated playground equipment at Claude Allison Park, and we'll be installing the new playground equipment this spring. We also know that it's important to get around in Township if you're unable to drive. So Dial-A-Ride has expanded their services in 2025. They launched the new mobile app for the scheduling system makes it easier for people to schedule. And they also expanded service in our demographic to 275, not beyond, but all the way to 275. So we're trying to do more for our people in the township to get them around and make them independent people. So thank you. They all expanded programming with the new Recreation and Wellness Center. Leisure service programs continue to expand. We have open gym times for basketball, pickleball, new Pilates classes, personal nutrition, training classes, sports training classes, and so much more. This is a great facility, and you will not be sad that you are here. So now I'd like to talk, we have a community that I love. and the people here. We have some long-term people. I know that this year, the Redford Chamber of Commerce is going to be celebrating 70 years in Redford Township. Big deal. Please. And another group that's near and dear to my heart is the Redford Goodfellows. And this just snuck up on me. I've been doing this Redford Goodfellows probably for 50 years or thereabouts. But they're going to be 100 years old this year. 100 years, this organization has been in Redford Township taking care of families and our children to make sure that they have no child without a Christmas. It is amazing. So, speaking of teamwork makes the dream work, I just have a short story. We had a township employee holiday party and donation drive in December here at Redford Township. We thought it was just going to be a holiday party. Well, the group that was running it kind of expanded, as things do. They grow. And when they grew, they started talking to local businesses and asked them if they wanted to donate. And they did. And they were their generosity was incredible and supported from all those local businesses. They also said bring in food goods. So in the end, this grew to quite a phenomenal party, to say the least. But the result was even more amazing than the party itself. Our employees donated 1,559 pounds of groceries and contributed more than $2,400 to Redford Interfaith Relief. And it makes a real difference in our community. Redford Interfaith is a local nonprofit dedicated to ensuring no family in Redford goes hungry. This is, again, a great example of teamwork makes the dream work. And this is just one. So please, a hand for all those employees that did that. That's the people that work here. And that's not to talk about the other people that give back to this community have for years. Redford Interfaith being one of them, Eagles Helping Hands, Friends of Beach Elementary, the Goodfellows, Redford JCs, One Redford, Commission on Youth and Families. We also have local businesses that participate every year to make sure that Redford goes in the right direction. That's Murphy's Restaurant, Mickno's Cafe, Sandy's by the Beach, Vicky's Ice Cream, the Redford Chamber of Commerce, and the Ancient Order of Hibernians, just to name a few. It takes groups, businesses, and our residents to make our township strong. So thank you to all the businesses and groups that do this. So let's give them a hand. So since I've been doing this for a few years now, and I decided that, every year we should look for some people that do things that nobody knows about, or they say that's nice and they really don't understand it. So this year I've picked 3 people that I think do great things in different ways in different areas, and I want them to be recognized. So I'm going to do a short special presentation, and here it is. Give them the proclamation for what they do. I'd like to call Roger Walker to the stage, please. Roger Walker is a lifelong educator and community servant who began his career in 1971, later retiring from South Redford schools after 36 years of teaching and coaching. He and his late wife, Karen, raised their family in Redford Township, where Roger became deeply involved in community organizations, including Redford JCs, Rotary, and Redford Union High School activities. His decades of volunteerism and leadership have shaped events and institutions across our township. From Redford Festival Committee to multiple township boards and civic groups, Roger's enduring dedication to service is matched only by his devotion to his family, rarely missing a game or activity for his grandchildren. His commitment to Redford Township has left a lasting and meaningful impact on our entire community. Roger, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Whoops. Thank you.
So, I want you to stand this side if you can. All right. You have to stay up here. Okay, because you get 2 applauses this way instead of 1. Okay? So next I'd like to call Reverend Paula Lee Barnes to the stage, please. Pastor Paula Lee Barnes is a dedicated Redford Township resident whose extensive education and training span broadcast arts, pastoral ministry, and religious diversity studies. She serves as the executive pastor in His Presence Ministry worldwide with her husband, Benjamin Barnes Sr., pastor, and works full-time as an executive assistant at Ford Motor Company. As founder of the Kingdom Presence nonprofit, Pastor Paula has led impactful community programs, including distributing over 35,000 pounds of food, providing holiday support to seniors and families, and supplying hundreds of backpacks, youth programs to local students. Her longstanding commitment to service has made her a trusted leader and advocate for residents throughout the township. In recognition of her contributions, she received the Rising Community Service Award from Ford African Ancestry Network. Thank you for your service. The Redford Goodfellows are celebrating 100 years of ensuring no child without a Christmas through generations of dedicated volunteers and police leadership. Each year they support nearly 60 families, including about 150 children and 60 seniors, providing food baskets, turkeys, gift cards, and toys, with every dollar going directly to the community. Please take community. Okay, we're good. All right, here you go, John. All right. All right. Thank you. What am I going to say? So, please take a moment to take a good look at these 3 individuals and their service. You can, if you want to know more about them, because this, you can see that what's on the proclamation is a whole lot more than I read, and we could have a day just for each one of them. So, if you want to see more, make sure you thank them. If you want to see the full proclamation, it will be on the supervisor's page. Just go to the website, you go to the supervisor's page, you can read all about them. Wonderful people. Talk to them, read about them, be like them. So let's give them a big round of applause, please. I want you to look around this room. Each and every day, one of you in some way have been part of the team here at Redford Township, giving of your time and energy to make the dream of what Redford Township is and still can become a reality. I want to thank you for what you do, because teamwork really does make the dream work. In closing, our town, Redford Township, is more than just statistics and buildings. It's about our businesses, our employees, our elected officials, volunteers, and residents. It is and always should be about the people. I'm here to report that the state of the township is good. So from my family to yours, be safe, get engaged, let's continue to build a better Redford, and always remember, teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you.